Hi, comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. I am traveling, so therefore this is a pre-recorded video, but a very exciting one. So Alan and I are, I showed some of my recent pickups to Alan for him to critique and tell me whether I'd overpaid or not, especially because some of them were Golden Age, and I'm not really a Golden Age guy, and Alan is. Um,
Hmm.
and on my channel, Alan is going to show us his biggest pickups of the year, I think.
Yeah, my five biggest.
He's actually
These
got
are
the comics as well. I didn't show any comics.
I had to dig for some of these. I actually misplaced one. I'm like, oh man, where did I put that book?
So
Um,
Alan has been digging around in his archives, and he's I can't been digging around too long because it's only from the last year. So
yeah, it
very
wasn't too
interested
bad.
to see these. I might have seen some of them before, but here we
You
go.
definitely have seen some of these before
Right.
because
I think that I'm going to guess, and I think there might be a lady in a red dress on one of the covers.
yes, you would guess right on that one.
Here we go.
There you go. Okay, so you can guess how much I paid. Maybe
Oh,
I
this
don't
is
know if you're going to guess that, or you can
that's
just
going
say
to be
if it's a
tricky
good pickup.
because these are probably all going to be Golden Age, and I'm not a Golden
Just
Age person.
whatever you think, add an extra zero to it,
Yes,
and
yeah,
then you should be
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So, so the first one is Batman 59.
Oh wow, I haven't seen that one. I must have missed your unboxing of that. Right, that is fantastic.
Yeah. You can guess how much I paid.
Right, Batman is it 59, did you say?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
what year? So that must be
This is 1950.
I
This is
see.
right at when they started doing these kind of sci-fi covers in Wonder Woman and in Batman and Superman even. Like they had these weird
It
sci-fi
says
covers.
40 on it. It actually looks a lot better. Somebody's written on the top of it. Uh,
Yeah, there is the typical store, cataloging or whatever they did, right? But it's a really solid copy, actually. It's quite nice.
and did you buy this at Heritage on auction?
I bought this on eBay.
Put it on
It was
eBay,
one where they had the price and then they had a best offer.
and you made an offer,
I made my typical Allan kind of offer,
and then they
and
said you must be joking, and
they
then they
must be joking, but then they said yes. So yeah.
so this is tricky. I'm gonna go. I think even in a 4.0, that is. I think that's a couple of grand. So hang on, I'm finished
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
So I think somebody would have put that up for about 3 grand. I think you probably offered them one and a half. So I'm gonna go
Mhm.
$1,500.
Good guess, man. So you're right about it being worth around 2000. That's
Yeah,
actually kind of fair market value,
right,
maybe two, maybe a little bit more than two.
right,
Um, I did exactly that. I put my lowball offer. My lowball offer was 1,000 actually.
right.
Because I'm a jerk. So yeah, so I got it for
Okay, I
1,300.
wasn't far off on that. Yeah,
Yeah, 1,375. So
that's a good
actually,
price.
wait,
That's a really good price, though.
no, 1,325. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a good price.
Yeah, 1,325. So yeah, you're close, very close. I mean, actually, I was impressed when you said the 2000. I'm like, oh, that's FMV. Yeah,
Well,
that's
you're
like
playing
right on
into
there.
Batman. I might not know about Golden Age, but I do know a bit about Batman.
Yeah, no, that's a good guess. Really hard book to get in this grade,
I've
actually.
never seen it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, no, it was I was like, wow. Because there was people offering point fives
Yeah.
for more than that. I was like, oh, this is like when he had the best offer and he had it at fair market value, actually. He didn't have it at three. He actually had it at two.
I did it too, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll offer like one, see what happens. And we sort of settled out around 13. So I was like, okay, I'll go with that. This next one I think will be a little harder for you,
Yeah.
but this one was a book I always wanted, but it's a really pricey book. It's a really pricey book, and I'm like, why don't I look at it restored? Like find a restored copy, because definitely in this era, it's restored kills the price. Okay, so but I know it's still pricey, but I was leveraging the restored to get it into a price range I could afford.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. That is on my would be a comic that I probably wanted for 40 years. I used to collect, so
Definitely, yeah, me too. I actually, he's
I've got
Canadian.
I've got most of them in the attic. They're not worth as much, probably not worth as much as I bought them for in the 80s.
I actually been trying to pick up early issues of Cerebus, to tell
Oh,
you the
okay.
truth,
I've got most
because
of them.
there's a couple I really like to get.
Okay.
But this one is
I had
the
not got
big one.
that one. This is a very rare comic, guys. So if you're not,
And yeah,
there's
yeah,
not many of these. This was not a huge print run. It was a self-published by Dave Sim.
yeah.
Uh,
I
uh,
think there's less than 2,000,
yeah, there
like, or
is.
maybe even less than 1,000. I think
And
it's like
this would
really low.
there's even a somebody did a very early fake copy of this, which was around.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this
So the reason I wanted this slabbed, actually, I didn't want to buy it raw
no,
because there are fakes of
yeah,
it,
there are, yeah.
and I'm just so nervous about that. So I wanted a graded one where I know that it's real.
Right. I'm gonna let me have a guess at this. Okay, I think unrestored, that's a $5,000 book.
Oh, you're really good guess. Good guess.
Right.
5 to 6 actually, but yeah,
That wasn't bad though, was it? Right. I
very good
think
guess. Very
restored is going
solid
to have
guess.
knocked that significantly.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go down to half. So we're down. I'm going to go 2,300.
Okay, not a bad guess. I paid 17.
Oh, very good. Nice.
So, I think this was again one of those best offers situations where he had it round that half value,
Yeah.
and I was like able to shave off a few $100
Yeah.
more. You
Okay.
know, I really upplayed, oh, I really this restored thing, I don't know. I just
If
you
he
gotta
watches
play.
your videos, he knows you like restored.
So I was happy to get this. This is like to me, like this is a grail book. Like I've been trying to get like sort of like the Bronze Age, Copper Age grails, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, Abito 2, and this would be in that set of books.
This would have been if Sim hadn't sort of exploded himself.
He's, he's such a
Um,
crazy man. He's just crazy. Okay, he's a crazy
well,
guy.
he's Canadian. What can you expect?
Yeah, yeah,
If he hadn't exploded himself and had himself cancelled about 10 times, this would be like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
yeah.
But
But still, it's
it's still a collectible book. Yeah.
yeah. People still like
Yeah, they do.
and he
Especially the
he
early
still
80s.
produces stuff. That's the funny thing.
He
Like,
does, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think Cerebus is one of the longest running series,
It
believe it or
was
not.
for ages, it was the longest running independent comic until Spawn overtook it.
Yeah, isn't that funny? So very cool one. I really like that one. Okay, this one is more back into your wheelhouse. This is my number three.
Oh, right. Now I have seen this. I think you have
Mhm.
shown it. I have seen this one. Very nice. Very early Riddler. What year is this?
Very early Riddler. It's the first Riddler.
The first Riddler. Okay.
This is
I would know it from.
Detective Comics 140, first appearance of the Riddler. And
Oh,
it's a good one because he's on the cover.
it is on the cover. Mhm. This is going to be pricey. Well, it's a 1/8. Still, this is an expensive comic.
Mhm.
1,800.
Oof, I wish I could get it for that. No. No. This
Even
is
a
a
one
nine.
eight.
So on 1/8, the last sale for a 1/8 before my sale was $9,000.
Oh wow, I'm way off. Right.
Yeah. So like when I got this, actually I got it for a steal. Okay. But not that big of a
Not
steal
that
that you're
good a
saying.
steal. No.
I paid 4,700 for it,
Okay.
which is a massive steal. Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing that this is actually a really, it could be cleaned. It's actually one of those books where you say, oh, it should be cleaned. But I think they didn't bother cleaning it because of this corner missing. It's got, that corner
Yeah.
missing, and that's why it's 1/8.
Yeah.
Everything else about it actually really solid.
Yeah.
Um, it's a nice, like, actually there's nothing here. It's actually just yellow. So it actually doesn't impact the actual cover. Um, but yeah, so I thought, I kind of really negotiated hard on this one and got them down half fair
Yeah,
market
I was
value.
way off on that. I should have gone high. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, very hard book to get, by the way. So,
Oh, rare. How many on the census?
not many. I think it's less than 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, big book. 1/8 is a solid copy too for it. It's not one you see that often. Okay, this next one, it's getting bigger each time. Okay.
Okay. All right. There's a
Okay,
clue
so I'm
there.
helping you. I'm giving you a bit of a hint there.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, this next one is definitely a bigger book.
Oh, right. Hang on. Is this for Solomon Grundy?
Yeah. And this is All American Comics number
What
61.
year is this?
This is 1944.
Goodness, right.
So we went from, yeah.
It's a great cover as well. Look at the cover on this. Very nice.
hmm
Mm.
it's got that pre-code horror feel to it.
It definitely does. Yeah.
Like a classic cover in
Well,
my opinion.
who's the caped hero there?
Oh, this is Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, right? Ah, you see, I'm out of my depth when it comes to this stuff. I'm on the basis that you said you're going up. I'm,
Yeah, I can
I'm
just
gonna
figure
go.
that
I'm
price.
gonna go 5.5.
Okay, so I actually overpaid on this book. Tell you the truth, I'm being honest. Like I sometimes I don't always win. I win on some things, lose on others. I wanted this book. I bought it from my comic shop, and they always have you can pay in installments. So that was kind of more into my nature, because I couldn't afford this otherwise. Now, this book should go for around $9,000 in this grade, just so you know, like about 9,000. I paid 96. So I paid an extra $600 for the fact that I got installments, but I paid it over a 6-month period. So yeah, I was happy with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big book. This
Big
was
book.
definitely, yeah, I really, really wanted actually.
How many of
This is
those
one of
are? How many on those are on the census, Alan?
it's actually reasonably high. I think it's in again that just under 100 or around 100 mark. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a cool book. It's one that I think the census, reflects the fact that if you have it, you'll get it graded.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't say there's many more out
No,
there that are
but no, there's not
raw,
suddenly going to be another
1,000
2,000
that drop on the
copy.
market.
No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so these are golden age. They're going to be lower census.
Yeah.
The Batman books and some of these ones actually have fairly high census, even
Yeah.
for the golden age,
Yeah. Well, Batman
because people,
maybe
yeah,
the top selling Golden Age title, I would imagine.
yeah. This next one, this last one is pretty obvious. You've seen me show it, I believe. You
Oh,
might even know how much I paid.
I can't remember what you paid. I mean, wowzer. And it's in a
Yeah,
5.5.
5.5 CBCS.
Mm,
That's only,
a bit less.
yeah, but it is a solid. It looks every bit of 5.5. Actually, I'll take it out of the bag. You get to see. You can see the colors on it are very solid. I'm not sure how well it'll come across on my webcam.
It's a beauty. Oh,
It's
I mean, this is going to be an expensive. Um, 15,000.
ooh, very good guess. Very good guess. Paid 16.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So the funny thing is, after I bought it, there was a CBCS 5.0 that sold for 20,000.
Right. Okay. I bet you felt good about that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, because there was a few that sold and they sold at almost the same price as me. I was like, oh, did I overpay? It was like a little, there was a CG, there were, more recently there was a 5.0 that sold for for 20,000. But there was a few that kind of sold near when I bought this that were CGC, similar grade, a little bit lower grade, but
You
sold
see,
kind of the same price.
I think that actually looks quite good in that newish CBCS slab. And I'll
Yeah,
tell you
it looks very
why,
solid.
because the CBCS color on the label is lighter than the
The
CGC, and I think it means that comic stands out. The black cover on that stands out
really
better.
pops.
Yeah, so I would be happy keeping that in the CBCS slab.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. If I had to get this regraded, it's gonna cost me $1,000 just to get it regraded, right? I'm not gonna do that. Just a really pretty copy. The only flaw with it is it has like a little bit of spine ticks right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and up here
Oh,
there's a
right.
little bit
Yeah.
of a
Yeah, that's what's done it. That's what's done for it.
yeah. That's this is what's killed the grade though,
Yeah. Yeah.
but very solid other than that. Yeah, I was quite happy with it. So this is my big book. This is actually one of the biggest purchases I've ever made. I paid more for this than I did for my All Star 8.
Yeah. First
So
appearance, Wonder Woman.
yeah, so I paid more for this book. And actually, this book has a fairly high census count. It's like 160, 180, something like that. It's like a fairly high census count.
Who's the artist?
Lee Elias. Yeah, Lee Elias.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done some of the most iconic golden age pre-code horror covers of all time.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about the one where it's the guy eating the radium,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
another
I don't
big
know what
one,
you
right? That's Lee Elias. A lot of the really big ones that we think of are Lee Elias covers. So definitely, to me, this is the number one pre-code horror cover. Most iconic. Most people
mean. Yeah,
know this
I
one.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I love it. Um,
So definitely a big book for me. I was pretty excited to get that in my collection.
yeah.
And
My Chamber of Chills collecting is all Bronze Age Marvel Chamber of Chills.
yeah, Chamber of Chills.
Where you could
Yeah,
probably get the entire series 10 times over for what you've paid
for
for.
the cost of one book. Yeah. Um, you know, I think I, you know, I think I bought this one at the wrong time though.
Oh, you bought it this year? Yeah.
So yeah, I just got this year. Pre-code horror is a little bit overpriced right now. It's sort of like it's going through its, bit of a blip era. And so do I really think it's going to hold that price next year or the year after? Probably not. I think it'll probably go back, settle down back to where what I paid for it. But I'm fine with that. I paid this in installments. It took me almost a year to pay. So, you know, I'm happy with it
Was that
overall.
from my comic shop as well?
No, that was from Straight Flexing, Yaniv. Yeah, he sold it to me. It's actually the funny thing is this book and a bunch of other ones that I bought. I bought a Detective 3038. I bought a bunch of big books, right, from me and Eve. Those books were all from somebody else's collection, from a guy named Man Cave,
No,
and
I'm
he used my purchases to fund his Detective 27. So he bought a Detective 27. I basically helped him buy a Detective 27. So, it all worked out. So,
there you go. Well, those were fantastic, Alan. What great comics. I hope you've enjoyed
mhm.
that this week. That's been a bit special. You won't see those comics. Well, I mean,
Yeah, these ones you don't see that often.
and even going down to the start ones there, that nice Batman at the start and the Cerebus one. I mean, those are
Yeah,
rare comics.
rare books. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I thought it was a pretty good list.
So I hope you've enjoyed that. You'll be after that. You'll be wanting me to go off on holiday all the time, so that you can. So anyway, that is your lot. See you again soon.